So when you look at this word rapture up here, Shalom, TikTok. How the hell are you? Well, are all you Christians excited about the rapture? Y'all think y'all going to escape Yhwh's tribulation, don't you? Let's see if we can get a better understanding of the rapture. Now, Yhwh has given me a special gift. I can decode words. So when you look at this word rapture up here, there's some missing letters in the middle right here. And you can see here what it really means. Rape and torture. Let's see if we can get an understanding of this so-called rapture. Let's read 1 Thessalonians 4:15 through 17. States that those who are alive when Yahusha returns will not precede those who have died. So the dead ones are going to be dealt with first, we'll say. Yahusha himself will descend with a shout, a voice of an archangel, and the trumpet of Yhwh. And the dead in Yahusha will rise first. The dead in Yahusha. The ones that don't know Yahusha. The ones that don't obey Yahusha. They will rise first. Pay attention. Then those who are alive in Yahusha will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Yahusha in the air, and they will be with Yahusha forever. Up in the air is up in Yhwh's mountain. You know how you look at the mountains and you see the clouds around the tops of the mountains? Well, that's where this group of people's going. Not the ones who were dead in Yahusha, but the ones who are alive in Yahusha. Now we see the first up there, which ones went first. Now let's read Matthew 13:30. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers. Do you know what a reaper looks like? Not very pretty. Gather you together first the tares. These are the lawless ones, like the ones up in the top up there that was dead in Yahusha. These are the same ones, the tares. They go first. That's the Christian rapture. And bind them in bundles to burn them. The first ones to go are to be burned. Get it? But gather the wheat into my barn, for they are going to Yhwh's mountain. See, these lawless Christians are going to this place called heaven. But us that obey Yahusha, we're going to Yhwh's mountain, while the rest of the world goes through hell. Let's read on down here at 2nd Esdras, shall we? Know this, therefore, that they which will be left behind are more blessed than those that be dead. So the ones left behind are the blessed ones. Well, let's see why. Let's see why they're blessed. It's right here in Psalms 37:11. But the meek shall inherit the earth. See, the lawless Christians are going to that place called heaven, aka hell, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. These are the ones left behind. See, you've been indoctrinated to think that you don't want to be left behind. You want to be left behind. You don't want to be raptured. We're going to talk about rapture and what it means. I hope y'all don't mind me using my buddy's picture up here. See, I think that might be what a reaper looks like. But let's see if we can get an understanding of what the rapture means. Let's first read Isaiah 13:16. Their children, these are the raptured ones, just so y'all know. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. That's beaten to death is what that means. Their houses shall be spoiled. Your houses are going to be robbed. And your wives, dirty things is going to be done to your wives. The ones that's being raptured, raped, and tortured, you see. But let's get an understanding on this word, harpaza, that the Christians like to use. Harpaza, they say. Well, let's see what harpaza means. It means down here, you can see it, to seize. To seize. Interesting. Snatch. Take away by force. You know, that makes me think of when they come around to take people to the FEMA camps. They're going to be harpazoed into the FEMA camps, you see. But you can see on down here, if we get on down, I like getting on down in here. You see right there, obtain by robbery. Oh, Christians, you don't want to be stolen, do you? You don't want to be stolen. See, the beautiful thing about Yhwh is he don't force anybody to come to his kingdom. It's all done by volunteer. See, these that are being raptured are taken away by force, snatched, to seize, obtain by robbery. And then you can see down here, can't you? To tear away, rip your ass out of here is what they're going to do, to take your ass to burn, you lawless Christians. Seize and plunder. You Christians are going to be seized and plundered because you ate the abominable pig, the swine. You wouldn't keep the seventh day Sabbath. You wanted the first day Sabbath. I wonder what my buddy up here thinks about y'all not keeping the true Sabbath, and what he thinks about y'all eating the abominable pig that Yhwh told you, warned you not to. You know, the demons went into the pig, and you Christians are eating them. Have you ever heard the phrase, you are what you eat? If you eat demons, guess what you are, Christians? It's about time to wake up, Christians, or you're going to be harpazoed into hell. You're going to be forced into hell. You're going to be seized into hell. You're going to be snatched into hell. Oh, but you Christians, you want to be raptured, don't you? Did you know in the end times that good is bad and bad is good? The Bible warned you. So if you were taught heaven was good, guess what? It's bad. See, you've been tricked by the lawless one. The one that tricked you into not obeying Yhwh's laws. That sounds like the lawless one, doesn't it, huh? It's time y'all wake up and get ready, because most of you's going to be harpazoed right out of here to be burned. The tares go first. That's the lawless ones. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. See, that's what that word iniquity means. Lawless. Christianity's the largest religion out there. I wonder why. Shalom.
What's happening? It's Yhwh. A lot of people have asked me, why do you post a lot of Billy Carson when Billy Carson says that Yahweh was evil and he killed a lot of people? I say, okay, it tells you in the Bible itself, in Isaiah, I believe 45, I am good and evil. But you got to understand that it didn't use the word evil as we see today. The best way to see this is I give and I take. I give life. I am the giver of life, and I'm also able to take life. So if you're on the bad end, having your life taken, then you're going to see Yahweh as evil. So he's saying people see me as Satan and also the Most High God. And he is, because the ultimate force, the ultimate surviving force, has the capability to decide what it wants to keep in eternity and what it wants to take back its energy from. We're all sharing energy. Energy never dies. The same way ice, you can pull a piece of ice out of the freezer and you set it on the counter, you come back 2 hours later and it's just water. You're like, the ice has died. No, it hasn't. It changed into water. Okay, you come back another 2 hours later and it has evaporated and it's gone. You're like, the water has died. No, it hasn't. It has changed into condensation or evaporated or have been taken up into the sun, but it still exists in a more minute molecular structure. Nothing ever dies. It just becomes smaller as far as its size, its appearance. It becomes smaller but larger or more dissolved or intricate into the united elemental atmosphere that we all share here on Earth. And it becomes a gas or a spirit. So flesh eventually becomes a spirit after decomposing or being evaporated by the heat or the energy of the sun. All things are slowly being taken into the sun because that is the most powerful force next to the earth. And that is factual. Science agrees with that. And also the Bible. There are scriptures in Malachi that says the Son of God, S-U-N, is what gives us healing and is what we will eventually succumb to. Doesn't say S-O-N, but it eventually says S-U-N. So we're judged by energy, power, light. That's what we're all judged by. Now think about, how do you get light? Anyone that has studied electronics or engineering or power in general, I have an electronics degree. I'm not bragging. I just want you to know that I've studied this arena. So you know you're not listening to an idiot. In order to get something to be powered, it takes a negative and a positive. It takes two types of forces to come together, and when they meet in the center, that is where light is created. For instance, DC, that is a certain type of power that we are using in all of our electronic devices. Your battery has one negative end and one positive end. So both of those together is what is able to power your device. If it didn't have a negative and a positive, you wouldn't be able to power your device. So in all actuality, you need negative, you need evil, you need Satan to take out that which God doesn't like, unless God eventually would lose all of his energy. But God continues to recycle the things he despises, the things he doesn't like, which people have called sin, the things he disapproves of. He recycles it and gets his energy back. That's why God is eternal.